Sorry, I think I had myself on mute. Good morning and welcome to this week's Weekly Live. Thank you for coming. This is the Weekly Live for Relationship Communications, and I'm Lisa DeToffel, your host. So I'm thrilled that you're here with me. So if you're joining live, please do say hello and let me know where you're coming in from. If you're watching this later, please do use hashtag replay to let me know that you're watching this at a later time. So I want you to know that I'm the founder of Relationship Communications. It's my online community where I work with established and aspiring entrepreneurs. And today I'm going to be your host of Relationship Communications Weekly Live, which is my weekly live stream show that airs every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So I hope you'll put that on your calendar and make plans to join me on Friday mornings at 10 a.m. And my goal here is to share tactical and practical information to help you get where you want to go faster than you can get on your own. I've been an entrepreneur for 6 years and I've made many mistakes, and I'm here to tell you that I can help you work through them more quickly by sharing what I have learned through my experiences. So let me know again where you're coming in from if you're joining me live. And if we are streaming on various different platforms. So if you are watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified every time that we do go live. So today we're going to be talking about the power of informational interviews, which can be a benefit for your business. So, but before we dive into our topic, let me introduce myself. So, in 2017, I was a preschool teacher, and 25 years prior to that, I was a teacher for a long time. But I had always dreamed of working from home. But I had been through 2 messy divorces and been a single mom twice, and so it didn't seem possible at that given time. I was the breadwinner of my household, and was scared to take that chance to go out and do anything on my own. And then I met my current husband in 2012 and we married in 2016. Then I could see the possibility of my dream coming true. However, it was not an easy task. With Jeff's support, I started a training program to learn how to be a virtual assistant in 2018, which showed me also how to start my own business. And so by the end of that program, which was about 6 months to a year, I had a couple of clients and have continued to grow my business. And now the Tiger Eye Solution team, which I built in 2021, every single year. And so my life looks a whole lot different today than it did back then. This is my husband, Jeff, our children, Caleb, Matthew, and Alyssa, our grandchildren, JP and Hattie, and the newest one, Anakin. He has not made it to a family photo yet, but he will be in the next one. So this is where I've come to. I started from scratch back in 2018, basically, and kind of had to learn all the things, right? But I've implemented everything that I have learned. I've continued to learn more as I have moved forward, and I have a thriving virtual assistant business now with a team of 10 and possibly 11 soon. Because we are growing rapidly, I might need to add 1 or 2 more team members. So, yeah, if I can do it, you can too. If you're just starting out, so don't give up hope. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. I've been there, but don't quit. Okay. So let's dive into our topic today, the power of informational interviews, because you don't want to miss the opportunity. Okay. There are a lot of opportunities to spread the word about your business and the work that you do. Okay. One of them is to be related to getting a job. It's an informational interview. And of course, if you have your own business, you're not interested in getting a job, right? But when like when you graduated from college, it was possible that someone just meet with someone that your mom and dad know, that's in that specific industry, who has a job that's similar to what you're wanting to do, right? And, then blah, 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 blah. I never did that. My nephew has done that. He does pretty regularly. He doesn't know exactly what he wants to do yet, but he goes in different industries and kind of experiences what the job could be like if that's what he chooses. And that's similar to how this works. So, an informational interview is a conversation with a fellow entrepreneur, so someone else who is in business for themselves, just like you are. And it's usually what you think, because you don't know is if you know who is your ideal client at that given time, right? If you're just starting out. So for me, it's business owners. You know, Tiger Eye Solution works mostly with coaches and business owners. Coaches are business owners as well, right? So people who offer a service or product to their clients. And how this works is that you schedule a meeting with them to tell them about your idea, your business that you're starting, okay? You might say something like, I just started a business as a virtual assistant. We're going to use me and my business for the example. And I would love to hear how someone in your industry might work with someone like me. I'd like to learn more about your field or your industry. It's really a nice conversation. You don't want to appear as if you're selling yourself. You don't want to be pushy, and you don't want to seem desperate, okay? Because none of us want that, right? I mean, if someone came and had this conversation with me, I wouldn't want them to try and sell at me, on whatever it is they have to offer. So this is a way to spread the word without any of that, to spread the word about your business without being salesy, without being pushy and seeming desperate. So tell me in the comments who is worried about that currently. If you're just getting started with your business or you're still in the beginning stages of your business, is that something that you worry about? Some of you are worrying about being pushy or desperate or needy. Don't do that. So an informational interview, like I said, is just a conversation that you're going to have with someone, okay? Now, what you want to do is ask some of your friends who do they know that's an entrepreneur who might be willing to speak to you. Would they be willing to introduce you to them? Okay. I did that with a couple of friends who had been in business for a while. And I went to them and just said, who should I know? Who are the people that you know that I should know? And that would be a good fit for me to know or have a conversation with. And so there was a brief introduction made by my friend and the person they knew. And then I scheduled a meeting with that person. Now I made sure, since that, they were doing me a favor, I went to their office, or I went to a coffee shop, near them, whatever they wanted. I left it up to that person that I was meeting with, whatever made it easier for them. I didn't want them to have to travel to me if we were meeting in person, or if we were meeting, via Zoom or online or whatever. Then I would create the meeting. I would send them the link to join the meeting, etc. So you want to make it as easy as possible for that person that you're going to be talking to and having that conversation with, okay? And so at the beginning of the conversation, once we sit down, the first thing I do is I say thank you. Thank you for meeting with me. As a successful entrepreneur, I value your opinion and your time, and I'm eager to get your feedback on my new business. And I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. That type of thing. Then I explain that I'm a virtual assistant. I specialize in helping entrepreneurs with admin pieces of their business. You would explain your business at that time. You can talk about your pricing, your marketing ideas, the works. You can talk about everything if you choose to. Now, two wonderful things happen during these meetings. Number one is someone who is an ideal client knows in depth all about your business, and they know how it works. and you haven't been selling them. I have this business idea of a business I want to start, or I've just started. What do you think? And then they give you their opinion on what they think after you share that with them. Now you're going to get feedback from someone that you might like to work with, right? And that's really key. Now hold on, I got to make sure I'm on the right page with my notes. I'm sorry. Now there is a danger in that as well. And we will talk about that in a minute, but let's go through the keys to success for informational interviews, okay? The first thing is you want to keep it short, so don't ask for or expect more than 20 to 30 minutes for the meeting, because that's 20 to 30 minutes of their time, right? So you don't want to go over that time limit, and make sure you're the one keeping an eye on the time so that you end the meeting on time. Second thing, you want to be prepared. So this is a great opportunity to talk about your work, and you want to practice before you go beforehand, okay? You want to be clear about your pricing. You want to be clear about your services. You want to be energetic. You want to be clear about everything that you're sharing with this person, okay? So this is not true confessions. I'm thinking about this, but I don't really know, blah, 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 blah. It's more like, I'm going to start at $50 an hour or whatever it is. I'm going to have a virtual assistant business. These services I want to provide for clients, blah, blah. And say it with confidence. Practice it beforehand, before you go to the meeting, so that you can say it with confidence when you're talking to the person, okay? Third, it's common sense, but I'm going to say it out loud. You want to dress professionally, whether this is a virtual meeting or an in-person meeting. Professional, top, accessories if you like to wear them, etc. This is not pile your hair on top of your head with this, a bun type of thing. You definitely want to look professional. You don't ever want to be casual when you're talking to someone who is a professional about business and taking their time. Now, fourth thing, you want to have questions ready. For example, often you explain what you're offering. Ask them, do you think this idea makes sense, for someone in their industry, right? Now, no, you're not asking them for work specifically. You're just sharing your business with them, okay? Is, this something that you would like? You could also ask them that question, since they are in that industry, because you don't want to put them on the spot, okay? Nobody likes that. So ask them about their work, show genuine interest about how it all works, and then ask, what they think about your virtual assistant business, or, whatever type of business it is you have. And would it fit into their specific industry, whatever that is. Now, you never want to ask them to hire you or refer you. This is not what this meeting is about, okay? The goal of this meeting is to understand how you might work with a person in their specific industry, and ask them if you could add them to your newsletter list. That way you can kind of keep in contact with them as well on a regular basis. And finally, send them a thank you note. After the meeting is over, of course, you want to thank them again before you part ways, and send them a thank you email, or send them a little thank you card in the mail, whatever. If it's an email, make sure you send it that same day. As soon as you get back to your office, to your computer or whatever, send them a thank you email for taking the time to sit down and talk with you. Thanking them for their time, if you promise them anything like sending an article or information, do that within 24 to 48 hours. During the conversation, you might have promised them to send them more information about one of your specific services or, XYZ, whatever that is. So do that within the first 24 to 48 hours after the meeting is over. And I need to give you a feedback alert too. Even though you're going to be getting a lot of valuable feedback during these interviews, the feedback needs to go through the filter of the goals for your business. Okay. You should have certain goals already in place for your business. So yes, they're going to give you some good feedback and good information, but it may be useful. It may not be useful. So you need to make sure if it is or isn't. Okay. So please do not turn yourself inside out and upside down with every comment or thought that they share. The people you're talking to are experts in their specific field. Okay. But not experts at yours. Like, they're not going to be an expert virtual assistant if I'm talking to somebody in a different industry than mine, right? So yes, what they share may be valuable and I can use it, but there also may be some things they share with me that isn't valuable and I will not be able to use it. So make sure you're aware of that. Good morning, Robert Jordan. Thank you for joining me live today. So make sure you make a note and remember that when you are having these conversations. So I hope this was helpful for moving forward and having informational interviews to help grow your business. If you have any questions, please do post them in the comments or send me a private message. I'll be happy to answer your questions or even have a coffee chat or conversation with you if needed. Again, I want everybody to have a great weekend. If you are not part of the Relationship Communications Facebook group, I invite you to come over there and join us. It's a free group to be a part of. There's a lot of different things going on in the group. If you are already a part of the group, please start interacting. We are a group of, oh my goodness, well over 500 members. So there's a lot of people in this group that we can network with, schedule coffee chats with, etc. Start interacting with your fellow entrepreneurs that are a part of that group. You never know what could become of it, right? You might gain a new client or customer or a new referral partner. Who knows? So make sure you're interacting with others that are in the group to help grow your business and help grow yourself, because you actually grow as your business grows as well. So thank you for joining and have a great weekend, and I will see you again soon.